Hey guys, it's Charlotte McFarland with the Depression Files. In this channel, we talk about different aspects of depression, of mental illness, and we explore this world together. This is a channel I created because I wanted to spread the word about depression, to foster an understanding of it, and to help people who have depression, or people that know people that have depression that don't know what to do. I was hesitant about filming today. I think I've mentioned in previous videos, kind of in an episode of depression. I filmed when I'm at my higher points in depression, and I actually did film a video showing you my loop-de-loops that I go through when I have depression, an example of what spiraling looks like. But after reviewing it, when I had done some grounding techniques and pulled myself out of it enough to be able to look at it, I realized I revealed some things about myself, about my past, personal, that I'm not quite ready to share yet. So I will at some point be okay with doing that. I figured a good start is to film when I am at a low point. And that's where I'm at today. Knowing what your triggers are very important. But there are some that you cannot avoid. One of them is the weather. The weather actually can trigger a depressive episode. There are times where I wake up and I was fine yesterday, and I wake up and I don't want to get out of bed, and I'm just already done with the day, and I look out the window and I see this. Not just the, dead trees, but the weather. And I go, oh, cool, it's gonna be one of those days. Sorry for getting you guys so close to my face. I'm just trying not to show off the mess that is my house right now. A little part of me says you probably should, to show what it does. It is a mess, because I've had no willpower to do anything about it. I've had very little willpower this week, but today has gotten progressively worse as the weather has gotten progressively worse. I woke up in a depressive state, and believe me, I've tried. I've been using the 4-7-8 breathing method, which I believe has stopped me from spiraling. And if you're not sure what that is, I do have a video talking about how to stop the spiral. If I remember, I will link it in the description below. Trying to ground myself right now. I'm going to do as best I can kind of explain what's happening right now. So I filmed with a color gradient on my camera in this manner on purpose, because this is a visual representation of what I feel and how I see the world when I'm like this. have long periods of not being able to really form my thoughts. Not reacting quickly to anything really. Finding tasks that normally I'm like being grueling for me, and the day crawls. It just crawls. It felt like it took 15 hours to work a 9-hour day. I didn't even want to go out to get my mail and bring my trash can in. I did, but I didn't want to. I don't even want to eat. I've only ate one meal a day. Well, not one meal a day, but one meal today. I typically, with that, go through some highs and some lows of food. So there's times where I eat everything and times where I eat nothing, which is why I struggle with my weight, because I'm constantly yo-yoing my body. Last night was a eat all the cake kind of night, and that should have really been a clue. Sometimes when you're in it, you don't realize that you just gave yourself a clue for what the next day might be like. Today is a force myself to eat if I remember kind of thing. People have seen me like this. A question that I've received in the past is, how do you stay employed when you have days like this? It's a good question. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm really good at pretending that nobody notices. I am 100% confident that people notice. However, I have this sense of duty that I need to do what I'm paid to do what I say I'm going to do, and do it to the best of my ability, whatever that ability is that day. When I'm like this, have I ever skipped work? No. I probably have minimal interaction with my coworkers as much as possible on these days, but I still get up and go because I have an obligation to do that, and I promised I would, and I'm being paid to do it. But it does feel surreal all day. It does feel like everything's colored the way you see on camera. And sometimes it takes me, I say sometimes, it really does take me a long time to process what someone has said to me and to process my own response to them. I really am having a hard time focusing. I'm not even sure where this conversation began, to be honest. Oh, I heard a banging noise. It's my neighbors on their roof. Easily distracted. I know this is a boring video, and this might be a triggering video for some individuals. But I really do think it's important that you see what it's like. Now, not everybody is going to be quite like this. And I wasn't always quite like this. Sometimes my really, really low points would look like me being angry at everyone and everything, snapping at every little thing someone said, did, implied, whatever. Trying not to take responsibility for my actions. Because if I do that, then that's just another thing that I failed at. And so if I push the blame off on somebody else, then maybe I won't feel so bad. By the way, that does not work at all. At all. I don't know why, because I've seen other people do this that have depression, and I don't know why we go there. Because it doesn't make anything better, ever. Like I said, I kicked the camera stand. I put you guys really close to me today. That's all right. My eyes are still not in the correct direction on this. So it looks like I'm staring off into space. Excuse me, I didn't sleep well. That's another thing. Either you sleep too much or you sleep too little when you're in this kind of mode. For me, it's a little bit of both. It's hard to go to sleep and it's hard to get up when it's time to get up. And right now with Miss Rona out and about and working from home, which will change next week, thank goodness. I can't wait to go back to an office again. I don't really have a routine. I don't really have a place that is work and a place that is home. And some people might say, well, your office could just be your workspace. And I'm like, no. My home office should be for what I want it to be, not for work. That's just what I believe. I don't want to take any of my work home. Those are two pieces that I've depended on being separate for a very long time. Routine helps during these times when you have set hours that you're going to do certain things, and then making sure you are checking in on yourself when you're in this mode every hour to do a grounding technique, to do a breathing technique, to conduct some self-care to keep your mind that's already frazzled going. I did not think that this video would go as long as it did. I thought it would be like a 5-minute video tops. I'm still debating if I'm going to post this or not. I don't think I revealed anything personal this time, but I don't know how much people want to see this. Just because people in real life shy away, look away, don't know what to do with it, just makes me wonder if people in YouTube land, how they react to those sorts of things. Well, I guess I will find out. I'll just be brave and post it and see what happens. Yeah. So anyway, that's me on a low day. I would say this is a medium low day. If it was like a low day, I wouldn't be filming at all. I might at some point film that, but I don't know. I guess part of me wonders what people will think or what people will say about someone hosting a channel talking about what you can do with depression when they still suffer from it themselves, but at the same time, if you wait to help people, wait until you're at the end of your journey, you never will help someone because the journey never ends. Not with mental health, not with anything really. I don't think I'll ever be an expert in this topic. I don't think that I will take place of a psychiatrist or medication or whatever it is that people need. But I do hope I leave you with a sense of, here's what I can do on my end to manage for myself and to manage for my loved ones. That's really the goal of this. I don't know how long I just leaned on my finger, it hurts. It was an odd choice. And if this weather could pass, that'd be great. Alright guys, I won't keep you. I'm gonna try and watch some more House MD or something. Hashtag not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by anything. And try and get some willpower to make myself get up and start cleaning some of this. So, and that's a future video to talk about what you can do when you are in that deep depressive mode to make sure you're still productive and still doing what you need to do to survive, to take care of your household, to work, so on and so forth. But I do want to make sure that I put my own actions, my own way of doing that into a psychology frame and see what it's called, what those techniques and tricks are called before I do talk about them. Because right now I don't really have a name for them. Or I think this is the third time I've said goodbye to you, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. And I will see you next time.